dirty street of her own device. The master's chambers gathered for the feast. Stop it with destiny now, but they just can't kill the beast. Last thing I remember, running for the door, I took by the passage back to the place I was before. Relaxing tonight, man, oh yeah, program to receive. You get your tiny timeline, but you cannot believe.
Thank you very much. See you again.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's my favorite Sunday spot, Crystal Bay in Koh Samui. And well, you know, I know, and not like the law of attraction say you can do everything. No, because if this would be true, you would be responsible for all the shit in your life. You would be responsible because you could do it differently. You could have a different life. So it will be hard to take, but we have a lot of possibilities that we don't use. And these key methods that have become very much looked down by many people is prayer and belief, because it's basically misunderstood. So what's a strong belief and what's a weak belief, and how to get a strong belief? Most people think it, even in terms of it's important what you believe. No, you know, you can say Jesus is King, Jesus is the Savior, and you say this sometimes on Sunday or when somebody asks you, but that's about it. Same as you can have a belief in safe nature, and it's just something you tell somebody who asks you what's important in your life. But really, how to make a belief strong, how to make it a tool that channels energy, is simply by using it when there is energy. And as I say, energy is there when you have problems, when you have stress, when you have opposition, when you have pain, when you have doubts. Then there is energy, because polarity is energy, stress is energy. And then what you bring to those moments determines where this energy goes. It's as simple as this. So when you have a certain belief and you bring this belief to this moment when there's stress, it channels the energy exactly there, and it makes the belief more strong, potent, actually working. So this is such a simple understanding, but I wonder who realizes that these are the key moments in your life when there is stress, where you determine what you do with this energy, and also how you increase the strength of your belief. And same as this prayer. Prayer, if you just pray at certain times, no matter what, before going to sleep, or it has no energy, and it doesn't do much, or it doesn't do anything. But when you pray, when there's a strong emotion, when there's strong opposition, like, even it's not about you. Maybe now you're praying for those 12 children in the cave in Thailand. You pray for them because you really feel the pain that the parents have and that the whole country has. I mean, here it's like the whole country is praying, because, and that's why actually Thailand is so successful. There's no crime, has never been a colony, and because I think there's some natural reactions, like praying when there is stress is a natural thing. And then it's interesting, like, because these are mostly Buddhist, they're not praying to God, because in Buddhism, believe it or not, they don't exist, God doesn't exist. So they pray to not something actually, that's actually a key why it's probably very effective. You can say it's an ideal. It's an ideal of something that everyone has to define for themselves. The ideal that they consider is Buddhahood. And so it's not as simple as saying, God help me. No, it's like praying to this ideal which you have to formulate, which you have to find for yourself. And then when you do this, whenever there is stress, whenever there is some emotional pain or physical pain, then actually this channels the energy there. And it makes the prayer working, it makes the belief strong. So most belief is just a word, just like one of my former friends said, he believes that a kilo of meat makes a good soup. Yeah, okay. But to make a belief in a higher force or in an ideal of non-violence, of equality, of common connection of living beings. This is something that only becomes effective and real when you bring it to the moments of pain, of stress. And that's also, interestingly, sometimes if some really amazing healing happens, they say that's face healing. face. Okay. Why it's so bad? Because not everybody can do it. It's not reproducible. It cannot be made in a factory. So it's really something you don't even have to consider. It's not something that has a science. And I say it has a science. And the science is that people who have a strong ability for face healing, for them it's a common thing that their life revolves about bringing the thought of their ideal, of their God, to the moments of stress. And when they do this muscle, this informational muscle gets stronger each time. And so then you don't even have to pray or believe in the fact that you will be healed, for the gates of energy opening when you need it. Because this does not even work, as I say, you cannot, when you have stress, let's say you have a pain, you have a serious health issue, you cannot use this energy with bringing the ideas to it. God, heal me. Or no, it doesn't work. This is like an informational shortcut. But you can do this, if you've done this many times before, then there is this informational channel. It's very strong. And when you need it, it will be there. It's as simple as this. So when you pray for it only when you have problems, and for getting rid of the problem, you make the worst of all mistakes. Because you just waste exactly this energy in just one of another 1,000 possible ways of anguish, of anger, of jealousy, of explaining, of blaming. This is all ways of losing and misusing this energy, this precious energy. And the same is also very amazingly, now I can use this because I have this little boy now, 6 years old, and when a boy or girl, young boy or children, when they cry, then they have stress, they have pain. So what you then bring to this moment is what you burn into their mind, into their emotion, into their being. So when you shout at them, even when you may be violent, when you are angry, then you burn exactly this emotion into their life. But when you bring some good advice or some love even to these moments, this is what you burn into their being. Because this is the time when energy is being circulating and then can make, just like water, make a bed of flow deeper and deeper. All the rest, sitting in school when everybody's bored to death, it doesn't matter what you do. Read your comics or watch your phone, doesn't matter. But when there's the energy, then that's the key moments. This will be my message for the rest of my life, because I know it works. It makes everything possible that I ever dreamed of in the nicest place I ever could imagine.